So obviously banks must prefer foreclosure. No. Okay, let's be realistic about this. It does limit the amount of money they can lend. Okay, they don't want foreclosures. The government's not buying pools of bad debt. Nobody wants foreclosures. While investors are buying foreclosures quite ridiculously, we certainly don't want foreclosures. Let's talk about the short sale price equal to the foreclosure price, equal to the normal listing price. Welcome to Mr. Hanish's neighborhood. I have 3 homes in my neighborhood. Okay? The first is a normal listing, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,200 square feet, $300,000. My foreclosure right next door, same scenario, $300,000 and a short sale. Right down at the end of the street, $300,000. They are all fair market value. They are all listed at the same price. The normal listing will not sell in this market. You guys know this already. Buyers right now want to look at houses that have implied value. What do I mean? They want to look at short sales and REOs because they have been trained by the media and by other agents that the best values are in short sales and in foreclosures. That's the truth. There are 2 problems with the normal listing. One, no implied value. The other are unrealistic sellers who are in some kind of delusional fantasy land that somebody's going to jump off a white pony and overpay for that house in a down market. If you took that listing and that is your seller, you knew what you were taking before you took the listing. Sorry, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that house isn't going to sell. But let's talk about the foreclosure listing. First of all, from a banking perspective, it is bled out. It is 100% loss. There are no future losses incurred on that property. Why? Well, it's got an REO listing agent who will pump his own money into fixing it up, painting it, boarding it up, listing it, doing whatever. That will come out of your pocket as an REO listing agent. The bank's not going to pay a dime. They will buy it back at sale. They will list it. And they will even pay a percentage of commission. But they are certainly, by no stretch of the imagination, going to pump money into that property to sell it. It's all on the listing agent. From a banking perspective, it is all bled out. So they will list it high and they will bring it back slowly based on the initial BPO that was written a long time ago in some kind of unbelievable fantasy land. Okay? So the protein stain and the CSI tape in the front door is all yours. The boarded up windows and dead grass are all yours. And whatever that creature is living down in the basement is all yours because it's an as-is sale. I had a guy raise his hand recently at one of my seminars and he goes, well, you can do an inspection. I've worked with investors. Okay, I have yet to really meet an investor who gets all fired up and wants to do a full disclosure package on an REO listing. They just want to buy them blindly. And you guys have already encountered this. You submit an offer, a contract on an REO listing, and there's already 5 offers in front of you. Think could be on the market for 15 minutes and it's already got 5 offers. And there's a very real reason for that. Investors just buy REOs very blindly. Okay, they are obsessed with them in this market. And that's why they're listed so high. To a degree, and I believe this, REOs have stabilized the market because of the fact of, well, to be honest, investors buying them for way too much money. Which takes us to our short sale listing. It's 3 payments behind. The bank won't own it for another year. It's still depreciating. And in fact, it's bleeding to death. It is the greatest value out there. While these houses are all listed for $300,000 because that is fair market value, the short sale is the only one that has a deeper discount listed in it. And it has to do with a faster loss plus less cost equaling a higher net for the bank. The reality on the short sale is very simple. The bank will take $210,000. Based on future depreciation, the cost it will take to take it back and to pay you guys when you list it, it is cheaper by far to make a deal right now on that property. The problem is, as a buyer's agent, if you submit $210,000 on that property, the statistical likelihood of you getting that offer through are slim and none because the listing agent is going to think you've got an investor and there's no way the bank will take it. That's just reality. And I say this to everybody, if you intend to be a buyer's agent and show short sales, you're going to have to know how to do the mitigation yourself. You can include that on your purchase contract. There is nothing to keep you from doing mitigation. It is not a real estate thing. It is a mitigation thing. Mitigation is the act of negotiating with the bank. Okay? So on your contracts, whatever page it is where you got the blank lines, you just write in the magic words, I'll do the mitigation. Very simple. Very straightforward. You'll get 1 in 3 responses. I'm the statistics geek from high school. Yes, thank you for asking. The first response will be to do something that is orally impossible to do with a purchase contract. You got your response. Okay, that's somebody's ego getting in the way, and they just simply don't want you, they want to do whatever they're going to do. Response number 2, they will show up at your door looking like you are a crack dealer, and they will say these magic words, please, okay? Be nice to them, give them a Snicker bar, pat them on the rear end, and send them on their way, okay? They don't want to deal with it either. The third response is the common one, contrary to popular opinion. You've done a few short sales, I've obviously done a few short sales, let's work together. That's what you want. I am asked quite frequently, I have submitted an offer on a short sale. Do you think it will close? No, I don't. The reality is 85% of the agents doing short sales couldn't find their ass in the dark with a flashlight, a roadmap, and a rope. Okay? They haven't consistently closed 5 short sales. That's the truth. Okay? The short sale is the best deal. Here's the other thing to be aware of. All 3 of these houses are listed at fair market value of $300,000. While the short sale will go for $210,000, I guarantee the REO is going to get top dollar and the normal listing is going to want top dollar. But a year from today, based on market depreciation, if I have to sell that house again, is the $300,000 going to stand up in this market? No, probably not. Based on current depreciation, this summer or even this time next year, these 2 houses right here are still going to be short sales yet again. While the short sale, you can discount cut it, it might actually stand up to the market. And these are things to be aware of when you're working with buyers. From a seller's perspective, if you know the lowest number, you start at fair market value, you can reduce the price quickly every 2 weeks and get to that number much quicker. There's no such thing as bad property, just a bad price. You are not in Detroit or Cleveland. You will not hit 0. Someone will buy a house when you get to the right number. It's very simple.